So you're thinking about moving to Idaho and you're not exactly sure where to go. Maybe Coeur d'Alene isn't a good fit. Maybe Boise, Idaho isn't a good fit. You want a smaller town with a smaller town feel. Well, today I'm giving you guys a walking tour of downtown Moscow. I'm gonna show you some of the great restaurant options, talk about what the nice things to do here are. And I'm actually gonna run into somebody who recognized me as I was filming this. And then I talk with them a little bit about their move to Moscow and why it's not the best fit for them. And that for them was a big move up from California. And now they're thinking about moving to Boise, Idaho. So tune in, here we go. Hey, if you're new to the channel, my name's Craig Flood. I make videos each week about what it's like to live in the state of Idaho. And today we're highlighting downtown Moscow. All right, here we are. We're kind of starting at the north end of town. I'm not gonna go much further than this corner, but up here, we're gonna have Mingles, Bar and Grill, and then there's really not much past this. You're gonna have a grocery store down there, but you're gonna have Lodgepole. Lodgepole is a really nice restaurant, one of the many nice restaurants that is here in this small town. I think what you guys are gonna notice in this film is that there's a lot of things going on downtown, a lot of different options, whether it's food options, places for kids to play. It's a very charming, quaint downtown. So this is really nice. Now we're gonna work our way, let's work our way down on the left side. There's gonna be a car show going on today, and then we're gonna work our way up on the right side on our way back. So here we go. So a couple things I'll point out about this downtown. Very charming downtown. It's gonna be lined with trees. In the wintertime, they light up these trees. It's like all those trees like there would be lit up. And then even with these little offshoots of the roads here, you're gonna have some really nice things too. So I'm actually gonna walk us down right there, and then we're gonna continue on to the car show and show you guys some of that. Gonna see lots of old brick buildings throughout here. Just east of town there, it's a really charming part of the town. If you want to see more of that, you can look in the description down below where I show some more films that I've linked that I've done on Moscow, Idaho area. Good Thai restaurant right here. Here's kind of a conglomerate of restaurants with some housing that's going to be up top. The developer of this is actually a really interesting guy. He does a lot of great structure and building here in town, this being one of them. But in here, you're going to have Slice, little pizza place there. You got the Thai place. But you can imagine, say you have kids, I've eaten here many a times, you have lots of different food options. The kids can play. And it's kind of this nice little courtyard area. And then again, eventually you're gonna have some really cool housing that's gonna get finished up there if you're looking for those rooftop views in Moscow, Idaho. But again, you're kind of getting a taste for the charm that Moscow has. All right, now we're back out on the main stretch here. And we're gonna have Tapped House and Kitchen. Again, another restaurant. We got Altered Ego, clothing restoration. I feel like there's always new restaurants popping up or people trying new things, but again, lots of options. And then here you're gonna have one of the coffee shops. There's my family. Down that way, you're gonna have a shoe cobbler and let's see, I think a co-working space is down there as well. So again, just off that offshoot. And I'll walk you guys through one of the grocery stores here. If you lived here, you would definitely probably visit. Here we go. This has been under construction for quite a while and it's really starting to come together. It's beautiful what they're doing. But we got a car show going on today. Got Moscow Bagel and Deli, one of my favorite bagel shops. Got a wine and cider bar right there. Nice old Ford truck. It's kind of like the center courtyard area. You're gonna have the fountain right there. We got Hyper Spud right there. If you're into hiking, you can get some hiking stuff there. I'm gonna walk out, let you guys see some of these cars. You got a gym right there, an athletic club. Beautiful cars. I'll run you guys back here and show you the grocery store. All right, this is gonna be the Moscow Food Co-op. This is gonna be one of your grocery options. Obviously a good spot to come buy groceries, also to get lunch. Got a good wine selection, lots of beer if you're into that. Nice little bakery. And then up here you're gonna have some good lunch options. Plus a coffee shop. And then you got a seating area right here as well. All right. Like somebody's getting the motorcycle trip on. I'm forgetting the name of it now, but there's a trail that I've been contemplating whether or not I should do, but a trail that kind of runs north to south. I want to say like well, I can't think of the name. Anyways, get an enduro, get a quad, anything like that, and you can just run this trail, kind of stay off the main roads. Could be a really fun thing to do with my dad. Things I've been thinking about. This is gonna be the Storm Cellar. They're closed right now, but that's gonna be consignment. It's gonna be the Kenworthy Movie Theater. Usually on Saturdays, you're gonna see a farmer's market down here in the summertime, and it's actually fun because they show free old movies in that movie theater. Think like old Superman movies and things like that. Furniture, decor, plants, hello, everything.
Like I said, that lasted a few months, and now I'm like, okay, that thing.
We got neat whiskey bar, cocktail lounge. And then if you're into pizza, this is gonna be Mylina's. Again, really nice outdoor seating area, lots of shade. Love how they decorated everything, planters. This is gonna be your wood-fired pizza, indoor and outdoor seating, but again, really nice, classy place. Over there, you're gonna have the fire department, and then further down, you have the hospital. And now we're gonna walk up the other side of the street. There's not much else down there. Kind of gets kind of quiet, but your kind of main central hub is going to be right here. Just to give you guys some bearing, you got University of Idaho, which is going to be that direction. Oh, let me show you this real quick. Again, you're going to have things on these offshoots. So this is Nectar. Again, another really good restaurant in town. If you compare, let's see, if you compare Moscow, I feel like I gotta talk to this guy here. He keeps looking at me. I am making a YouTube video. Do I know you?
Well, I watched a video about Boise, Idaho.
Oh yeah.
I think it was from
That's probably me. I'm Craig. Nice to meet you.
Jesse.
Yeah,
Nice
it's
to meet
Craig.
What's your name?
you. Jesse.
Jesse,
Yeah.
and then
Brianna.
where do y'all live? Hi, Brianna.
We live here.
Yeah.
We were thinking about moving to Boise, still in the cards.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Watching
so
a
we're
bunch of
looking-
videos. And
Oh, yeah.
stumbled
Did you
upon
guys
yours.
born and raised here?
No,
Okay.
we're from Sacramento, California.
So you moved up from Cali to Moscow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What brought you up?
Family, and it's a lot cheaper here as
Yeah.
well. So
You have family in this area then?
Yeah, they're not from here. We, like 25 of us migrated up to Idaho.
Oh, 25?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
sister has
That's like the
9
biggest I've heard so
kids.
far.
Yeah.
Okay, kids. I guess you're okay. Kids are bringing in a lot of the heat
Kids,
here.
Uncles, grandparents, parents, sisters.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
And Moscow's what y'all chose.
yeah.
Okay.
You're a real estate agent too, right?
I am, yeah.
You are?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sweet.
We were thinking about, because you have a YouTube video that has your contact information
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
So we thought about if we were looking for houses, we would call you. But
Yeah.
uh,
Why would you guys leave Moscow for Boise? It's so pretty here.
yeah,
It's so lovely.
It's
It
a little
is.
bit slower paced for us.
We're more cittier people. We're
Okay.
coming from
This isn't
Sacramento.
city enough for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is quite a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely small town, just slower pace of life, which
Yep.
is great for people like my parents, grandparents. But for
You
us,
guys
we're-
aren't there yet?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
looking for a little bit more to do.
Yeah,
Yep.
like a nightlife and all that.
Yeah.
So,
That's why, because my wife's from this town, and so we just came back from a trip in Washington, and we just stayed the night.
Yeah.
And so always love to stop through and get like a breakfast bagel sandwich at the bagel shop, and then grab a coffee or whatever. But yeah, there's just not enough going on in this
Yeah.
town for like me, what we want. And my wife grew up here, so she knows all about that. But yeah,
Yeah,
Boise
yeah.
has a lot to offer in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the most exciting thing is the farmer's market.
I
think.
know. I know. I was like, what day is it? I'm like, why is that street blocked?
I
I'm like, is
know.
it Saturday?
Yeah, when something happens, we're like, what's going on? It's
Yeah.
unusual.
Well, cool. Well, I'm gonna get back. Do you guys care if I add you into my film?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm gonna get back to filming. If you
Yeah.
guys ever come down to Boise, just holler and
Yeah,
we can
for
show you
sure.
around
Nice
and
to
things
meet
like
you.
that.
Nice
Yeah,
to meet
good
you.
seeing y'all. So that was an interesting conversation that you guys got over here. If you're thinking about moving to Idaho, call, text, or email Days Nice or Weekends, reach out, and we could assist in helping you figure out what a good place to land would be. So if you're thinking about getting moved here, reach out. Talking with that couple that I just talked with, that's just a good example of what it's like. When you make a relocation, you want to find what's right so that it sticks the first time, so you're not spinning your wheels. So call, text, or email Days, Nights, or Weekends. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay. So again, that was Nectar. You advised that direction. This is going to be One World Cafe, another coffee shop. Handful of coffee shops in the downtown area, so if you're looking for some good brew, you can definitely find something that suits you here.
Also, Grandma
Yeah.
got ahead.
Mikey's gyros right there.
It would surprise me if that car's not.
Got a bookstore. Ampersand, oil and vinegars. I think you can kind of bring your glass jars in there and kind of get refills, so you don't have to necessarily buy it. You can just refill what you want. Oh, interesting. This used to be a bicycle shop. My brother-in-law worked there. As a kid growing up, looks like it is no longer a bicycle shop. Handcrafted ice cream and espresso. Let's see. They kind of look. That's a shot of this place. Looks like they're not really open yet. Anyways, good ice cream there. Humble Burger, if you like a good burger and fry, that could be a good option for you. Breakfast joint, the Breakfast Club. Got a Mexican restaurant right here. Oh, I see my wife and kids walking towards me. Let's say hi as we pass by. Got Moscow Chamber and Commerce. All right, high fives, guys. Hi, guys. Almost done. So as you guys heard in that conversation of that couple that recognized me, me and my wife are just getting off a trip where we went to Washington, had a super fun time in Washington, Lake Chelan, Lake Tapps, and then my brother-in-law just bought a home and father-in-law bought a home up in Spokane, Washington. So we were up there yesterday doing some work on the houses to get them ready. So again, this is your courtyard area here. I'm forgetting the name right now. Oh, Sword and Shovel. That's gonna be a coffee shop and a bookstore connected to the school down here in New St. Andrews. But again, this kind of your center courtyard area. You got a play area right there. Lots of bicycles in town. It's a very friendly town to bike around on. And I think it's the Burt Gilman Trail that connects Moscow, Idaho to Pullman, Washington. Another restaurant right there to our left. And this looks like a flower shop. Oh, love me some indoor plants. Oh, that looks like an extension called The Garden. Vintage clothing. A toy store. It's fun. I've taken my kids in there. They get like balsa wood planes or fun little things that they can do things with. Now we're kind of getting back to where we started. If you remember, we started over on the far right up there. So that was Lodge, one of the restaurants that I had mentioned to you. And now we're coming up on this final left side. I'm pretty much going to take you all the way up to Bootzer's Coffee. Bootzer's is a good coffee shop. I think also cigar lounge, and they have really good apple pie. Pie in general, but they'll, give you a nice warmed up piece of pie. So kind of a nice evening treat that I'll sometimes get with my wife when we're in town. Speaking of being in town, if you're thinking about getting moved to Moscow, Idaho, reach out. I have amazing real estate partners here who can help you get relocated to the Moscow, Idaho area. If that's what you're looking for. And yeah, so then we got Bootzer's. They're closed today. A lot of places are going to be closed on Sunday. But really nice coffee shop. Been around for a long time.
So let's dive into a little bit more info about Moscow if you guys are considering it. So Moscow, again, it's going to be this small college town. In terms of population, about 26,000 people. So it feels cozy, but not tiny. The cost of living in Moscow is going to be roughly 10 to 12% below the US average. And another thing about Moscow is that it tends to vote liberal for Idaho. It very much could be classified as a blue dot in a red state. In terms of housing costs and living there, real estate is going to be pricier than what you might expect for a small town. The average home right now is right around, let's say, $470,000 to $530,000. I think Zillow tags it right at a median sale price of $474,000. In terms of rents can be fairly low there, right around $1,200. But again, don't forget, this is a college town, so the inventory can get really tight when students are coming back. Now, in terms of economy and the jobs there, the University of Idaho is going to be by far one of the largest employers, followed closely by WSU, so Washington State University. So don't forget Moscow. You got Moscow right on the edge of Idaho. Then you got Pullman, Washington, right on the edge of Washington. So these are kind of two towns, two peas in a pod. So you got WSU right across the border. And these two campuses drive a lot of the jobs. You could get a job in Washington, say at WSU, but maybe you want to live in Moscow, and vice versa. Maybe you get a job in Idaho, but maybe you want to live in Pullman, Washington. So that also happens. It's not a very long drive between the two. Besides education though, healthcare is going to be big. You're going to have Gritman Medical Center. So that's going to be Moscow's hospital. And then you're going to have Pullman Regional Hospital, and that's going to serve on the Pullman side. There's also some kind of light manufacturing and recreation businesses like NRS. If anybody's into fly fishing and rafting, it's really cool that NRS is there. My current swim trunks that I own, I bought from that NRS place, though I did lose them a few weeks ago. No idea where they went. Another big employee is going to be Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories, and they're going to be in Pullman. So again, across the border. In terms of like commute, transportation, what would that be like for you in Moscow? Let's say you live in Moscow. It's going to be very easy. If you're coming from a larger city, it's going to be a breath of fresh air. So you can walk, say, from downtown Main Street all the way to the University of Idaho campus in a few minutes. In terms of driving, you could get across town in 10 to 15 minutes. When I was doing this walking tour, not only did one couple stop me when I had finished filming and I was going to go grab a bagel for breakfast, another guy stopped me who I helped get moved there. After watching the videos, he chose to move to Moscow, and he was telling me that he works at the local high school. He lives downtown Moscow. I don't think he drives at all. His whole life is kind of right there. He has a jiu-jitsu gym that he goes to. He lives downtown. He goes to school. So he is living that small town lifestyle where he's probably walking and biking everywhere. In terms of shopping for something, say like Costco, your nearest location is going to be in Clarkston. So if you travel south from Moscow Pullman, you're going to hit Clarkston and Lewiston. Lewiston being on the Idaho side, Clarkston being on the Washington side. Again, two cities side by side, kind of cut right down the middle. You're going to get your Costco there, so you'd be getting your Costco in Washington. And again, that's about 45 minutes south. In terms of airports, you're going to have the Pullman Moscow Airport just outside of town a little bit. That's going to be a smaller airport. A lot of times when people are flying, you might find an option there that's cost effective, or you might drop down to Lewiston, Clarkston area. There's going to be an airport in Lewiston, or if you're looking for something international, there's a high chance you're just going to drive about 90 minutes north and you're going to hop into Washington and go to the Spokane Airport. In terms of schooling, obviously you have the University of Idaho, big college town. That's where my wife went to college. You're gonna have some good elementary options, middle school, high school there. In addition to that, you're gonna have New St. Andrews, so that could be an educational option. Say you graduate high school, you're like, I don't want to go to U of I, you're looking for something else. New St. Andrews could be a good option there. And also you have some other schools there. Logos is gonna be one of them, great school. That's where my wife actually went to school. And then you're also gonna have the Jubilee School. You can obviously homeschool in that area, but if you're looking for something else, you're gonna have public options and private options. In terms of weather there, the summers are gonna be warm and dry. Think highs of 80s. The fall is gonna be crisp, which if you're coming, depending on where you're moving from, you could really be desiring a crisp fall. And then you're gonna have winters there. So you're gonna have all distinct seasons. Just so you know, the winters are gonna be cold with regular snow. Maybe annually you're looking at maybe around 40 inches a year, and the snow is gonna linger. Just so you know, if you're considering Idaho, Idaho is very different when it comes to its seasons and its winters. Places like Lewiston and the Boise area are gonna be very mild, and places like northern Idaho and eastern Idaho are gonna be a lot more severe in their winters. So you're definitely gonna get a true winter, and you're gonna be living in that snow if you choose Moscow, Idaho. That's not the case with some other areas in Idaho. And then of course, the springtime is gonna be just gorgeous. There's just something so special about the Palouse, the Moscow area in the spring. You see the rolling hills. It's quite a sight to see. So a big draw for people when they're thinking about moving to Idaho is normally the outdoors, among other things. But in town, it's gonna be great for walking around. There's gonna be walking and biking paths kind of all over. There's even a great trail that is connecting Moscow, Idaho to Pullman. I was staying there one time because my in-laws now live in Pullman, Washington, and I was able to ride that bike all the way from Pullman to Moscow. But really nice, beautiful trail. Again, because those towns are just highly intertwined, it's nice that if you wanted to, you could walk or ride a bike between them. You're gonna have Moscow Mountain for hiking and biking trails. In town, you're gonna have playgrounds and parks and a pool for kids. You're also gonna have the farmer's market. In the summertime, those are on Saturdays. They kind of take up the whole downtown area, very similar to what you're seeing with the car show in today's video. Just imagine that's a farmer's market. So I missed the farmer's market by a day in this video. It was the day before. So pros for Moscow: small town with charm, highly educated population, lots of coffee shops and cafes. You can bike and walk everywhere. Traffic is minimal. You're gonna get that Idaho charm, right? Your neighbors say hello. The Palouse is gorgeous. The scenery is just stunning, especially sunrises and sunsets. I find Moscow could be a really good fit for people who are wanting an outdoor lifestyle, students looking for education, or retirees who want a small town with some really good culture without that big city feel. In terms of cons, you're looking at gray and snowy in the winter times. Housing demand is high. Home prices have definitely shot up over the years. It doesn't offer the big city amenities, and it may not feel like it is big enough. Also, politically, Moscow is distinctly liberal compared to most of Idaho, which that could be a pro or a con. So hopefully that was a helpful overview for you guys.
If you want to learn more about Moscow, Idaho, click on the links in the description below. If you're looking for more videos to watch about Idaho in general, you can watch either of these videos. And again, if you're looking to get relocated here, you can call, text, or email days, nights, or weekends. We would love to assist. Cheers.